Hi Virgo, it's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and today I'm here to discuss the April 2026 horoscopes for all the 12 signs. And right now we're talking about Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, not necessarily in that order. It can be, it's really kind of the rising, the sun, and the moon, but you do it the way you want. They're all important, but that would be um, kind of more the order, right? So Virgo, and April's going to be a month emphasizing, highlighting your seventh and your eighth houses. Okay. But the beginning of the month, we have the full moon in Libra, and that is on the 1st. That is on Wednesday. I'm recording this on the 30th of March. And so, yeah, Wednesday, excuse me, I already have a video up about that, and you can check that out. That will be important for you because April is a month regarding your seventh house of partnerships, and that's exactly what Libra represents. It's not only your partnerships, Virgo, it is how you relate to others, it is how you create harmony and balance in your life. The seventh house is also the house of opponents, the other person. It's the house of the scales, right? And then we have the eighth house, and the eighth house will be this is your planet, this is your house of transformation and regeneration. Also, this is the house of your ability, your psychic ability, or your intuitive ability, where you're able to kind of see, lift the veil. It's also about intimate relationships and shared assets. It could even be bills, right? But it is inheritances, any shared wealth or assets, or joint finances as well. All right. But during the month of April, a relationship can profoundly change for you, Virgo, or your idea of, your perspective on how you kind of show up in relationships. That can change for you as well. And as I was saying, the eighth house is also a financial house, so it's a money house. On the ninth, Mars, the planet of action, will enter Aries into its home sign at 0 degrees, setting the stage for the potential for something new, Virgo. All right. Mars is conjoined with your natal Mercury. Well, that's a great thing, right? In Aries. And yes, because Mars will be, yeah, entering Aries. But, Mars and Mercury is the brains. Mercury is your planet, your natal Mercury. And it also rules Gemini as well. But you guys are different, right? Gemini is an air sign and you're an earth sign. But Mercury here, your natal Mercury with, um, excuse me, with Mars, this is going to ask you to kind of think about what you want to do for yourself, what you want that is new for you. It can also, put you into kind of this courageous kind of, or a lot of drive. That's what Mercury with Mars can help you do, right? Mercury wants us to analyze as a planet of information and thinking, communication. It's our plans and our goals, how we analyze things, right? So Mercury, maybe you are definitely thinking about like what you want to create new for yourself. That is the season that we're in, right? So, and in Aries for you, this is, I believe, let's see which house it is for you, Virgo. We have you here. That is in your eighth house. Yeah. So they'll be moving in your eighth house of transformation. Something can profoundly change for you during this time, right? This is also the eighth house, Virgo, is also once Mars enters Aries, this is also the house of crises and secrets and things like that. Yeah. Not just the, lifting the veil where you can kind of trust your intuition. It's about things that are hidden. So maybe there are some things hidden that are coming to the forefront. It can be. Um, yes. And, Mercury and Mars can be telling you something about your perspective about maybe how you relate to others as well. Could be. Mercury will enter Aries on the 14th. At first, it is in your seventh house of relationships and how you balance them and right, and how you relate to other people as well. And Mercury will leave its powerful and compelling, anaretic degree. It will be at 29 degrees. Yeah. So that is always telling you to do something. Yeah. To complete something, for you to finish something up, right? And this is in your house of relationships, your seventh house. And then Mercury moves into your eighth of transformation, as I've been saying, right? Now, we also have Mercury will be sextiling Uranus. So Mercury is your natal Mercury, of course, like, as I was saying, but it's going to be sextiling Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. And Mercury will do that as it leaves Pisces at the 29th degree. So, Uranus is in Taurus and another earth sign. Uranus is also about change. Uranus wants us to innovate and to be independent and to be able to adapt to change, because usually Uranus is saying, hey, this is chaotic or it's unstable and it cannot last, it can't endure. So Uranus will be at 29 degrees of Taurus in another earth sign. Very interesting there. Um, as it leaves Pisces, and that is your seventh house of relationships. So there could be something going on there, as I was saying. But this is providing an opportunity for energy, like wanting you to embrace change. Yeah, this is supporting that type of energy for change, is what I'm saying here. It can bring you, yeah, it can provide an opportunity there for you with that sextile too, because that's what sextiles are. They can, show us an opportunity. It's very favorable. It's a favorable aspect where, hey, oh, I have an opportunity to do this, to step into change, right? That's what a sextile wants really to support us. And so before it enters Aries, it wants you to embrace that change at the 29th degree. The new moon in Aries will be on the 16th. And so Aries for you, once again, that is your eighth house, Virgo, of transformation. So the new moon in Aries on the 16th, yeah, it's your eighth house of transformation. A lot of big change going on for you, Virgo. Definitely. And then I'll have a separate video on the new moon in Aries. I will, as we get closer to that. And the sun enters Taurus on April the 19th into your house of purpose. This is your ninth house of higher realms, but this is your house of expansion and growth. What's meaningful to you, your house of purpose. It's also about long-term travel and teaching and what you believe in and your philosophy and things like that. That is the ninth house. So when the sun enters Taurus, maybe you are the emphasis could be on your purpose or anything I have just mentioned about the ninth house. All right. Definitely what is meaningful to you. Okay. Venus, which rules love, finance, and self-worth, enters Gemini on the 23rd into your house of career, social status, and public roles. So, Venus is kind of an interesting, right? It rules, money and material comfort, the good life, right? But it also represents harmony and balance and how we create it in our life. That is the Libra aspect, and our money and our self-worth. So very interesting there. But Venus will move into your house of career. So that will be very interesting for you when it enters Gemini. And this is also the house of the father. So maybe this, there could be something going on around your own fatherhood or, your own father, right? Could be. But here we have, and that will be sextiling, Venus will be sextiling the moon in Leo, letting you release something connected to your heart, connected to maybe something that's no longer connected to your heart, right? So Leo is the 12th sign before yours, but that is the house, the house of endings, the 12th house, right? So maybe there's something you're ending that you're no longer like excited about, or because the Leo really rules love and self-expression, your self-identity. So there could be something kind of ending there, or right, could be. Um, and this could also be related to like Leo can be related to creative pursuits and children. All right. So thank you so much, Virgo, for joining me here today. If you've enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell and you'll be notified of my next upload. I do readings. I do psychic work. I also have tarot readings and all kinds of great astrology readings on my website. So check that out. That's listed below. And thank you so much for joining me here.